going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Street Credit, a place where broke college students don't exist. As promised, we are going to be talking about what makes up an 850 credit score, calculation-wise. You can apply this formula to any credit score to see how the different areas of that make up FICO and that make up Vantage, how it's affecting you. So as you can see, we got the chart here, and we're going to break it down piece by piece, section by section. This way you can understand the formula itself and how we equate to each of these points. So as we know, FICO is broken down into 5 key areas. We have payment history at 35%, utilization at 30%, credit age at 15%, credit mix at 10%, and new credit at 10%. Now, this means each of these subsections are going to equal out to 100, right? If you calculate each one of those numbers up from 35% down to 10%, it equals out to 100. Well, if we take 850, the overall score, the highest score that anyone can obtain through credit, and divide it by each of those sections, we'll then get how many points we can accumulate or lose in each one of those sections. Now, payment history, that talks about our payments, how we pay. Are we paying on time, or are we making late payments? Are we not paying at all? Is something in forbearance? And if it's in forbearance, meaning that's something that they put off until you can pay, like student loans. After you get out of college and you graduate or you get out, you have a 6-month window where they're not expecting any payments. But if you start missing payments, they're going to report that to your credit report, and it's going to take down some of the points, reducing that percentage area. So we don't want that, right? But payment history is all payment activity. Utilization is how you use credit cards that are available to you. The utilization section only covers credit cards. The other part that some folks talk about is called debt to income ratio. And what I'm going to do is a video separately that kind of gives you an understanding of utilization versus debt to income ratio, so you understand those differences. But for now, understand that credit card utilization is what they're calculating in that second spot. Credit age is going to be the length of time that you've had accounts open, meaning the longer that you have an account open, the better, right? The better it does for your report, because it shows that you have a good relationship with a bank or the credit union. And they're like, hey, it's just like if you're in a relationship. The longer the relationship, in most cases, the better, right? Because it shows that, hey, we got some time in and we're doing something right if we're still at this. Okay? Credit mix is going to be the types of credit you have, meaning a good balance of credit cards and having a good amount of loans, meaning your student loans count for that section. But if you have 0 credit cards, it throws your profile off balance, and they automatically see you as, oh, okay, this person has only had loans. It only does one type of thing to your credit report. And if that section, like say, for example, if you don't have any credit cards, guess what's going to happen? It'll throw the balance of your profile off. You'll be completely missing that section. And those points that we see associated next to that we're going to get to, you won't even have any of those. So your report could be missing 255 points because you don't have credit cards, right? So that's what credit mix is. It's just kind of seeing, do you have a healthy balance of both? The last one is going to be new credit. What is your ratio between applying for accounts and your existing accounts? So new credit and credit age tend to work together on this one, because if you have all new accounts, typically your credit age is going to suffer. But if you have had accounts for a long period of time, or you're gaining age, months, years, accumulating for credit cards, your new credit space actually will not suffer unless you're applying for a lot of accounts at one time. So that's what each one of those sections mean. Let's talk about the points that are assigned to each one. So that formula is very, very simple. Again, 850 divided by whatever section is going to get you the number of points that you can either accumulate or lose if you're not handling your credit file in the best way. All right. So all I did was select my desired score. For me, I'm a high achiever. 850 is the goal, right? If I have an 850 credit score, there's so many things that I can do with that. And I'm talking different. I'm feeling different. I'm thinking different, right? So I'm going to shoot for the skies. But if that's the case, what do I need to do to maximize each section? So I took 850 and I divided it by 35% in the payment history section to see how many points could I maximize if I have a perfect payment history. Those points came out to be 297.5 points. Now, this is major because credit utilization and payment history are the largest pieces to your credit puzzle. This can either help you or hurt you. And the higher credit score that you have, if you get a late payment, guess what's going to happen? The harder you fall. So yes, someone could possibly lose a lot of points if they are consistently getting late payments at a higher score. So I seen someone lose 165 points off of one late payment. One late payment. He was in the 700s and dropped down dramatically. And he was my NFL client. And it was one payment that was messed around that cost him so many points. So I say this to you. When you learn these sections and how you can maximize points and what those points are in each section, do what you got to do to maintain these things. And we're going to, of course, be talking about what you guys can be doing in each of these sections at some point to maximize. But for now, I want you guys to have the education and know what you want to shoot for. So credit utilization. All I did was take 850, divided that by 30, and it let me know that this section equals up to about 255 points. Did the same thing for credit age. Took 850, divided it by 15%. It gave me 127.5 points, meaning the longer that I have my accounts open, the longer that I have them open, the better I am able to maximize these points. Okay. Now, payment history and credit card utilization, though those two are the biggest, those two tend to be the quickest ways that you can build up your credit. And here's why. With your credit card utilization, you get a chance to report each month, and you get a chance to cultivate what you want them to see each month. Don't worry, that number one hack video, the long awaited video, is coming. So you guys will get a chance to really dive in and hone in on that trick to take yourself to the next level. So with that, you get a chance every single month to maximize at least those 255 points. And as long as you're paying on time, well, guess what? You got your payment history working with you too. When you start to talk about credit age and new credit, those type of ones, those are things that sometimes happen organically over time. If you just got a new account, well, they want to at least see what you're doing for the next 3 to 6 months to make sure that you're going to be responsible with your credit, right? So that's why some of these sections take a little bit longer to build, but it happens organically. This is how you maintain it, okay? The next is going to be credit mix and new credit. I did the same thing, took 850, divided it by 10%, and I got 85 points that I was able to work with. And if I can identify how to master each one of these sections, oh man, the quicker I'll be at 850. And this is how I helped my clients over all those years say, hey, let's look at where your current points are. Let's look at what sections you're currently not the best at. And let's figure out what we can do, what steps we can apply to maximize each one of those sections. So I hope this was helpful. Stay tuned because that number one hack video is coming up real soon. And I'm super stoked to continue sharing this knowledge with you. So I had a few universities, before I let y'all go, I had a few universities reach out to me in regards to getting a financial education credit workshop hooked up at their school. So I've put the information at the bottom of the description. there's the email. Have your student activities board, your campus activities board, your director of student activities, whomever, reach out to my email. Let's get a discovery call set up so that I can come teach you and your best friends how to build y'all credit so we can get this money. Because I want y'all to have money. This is what my mentor told me. She said, I want y'all to have money so that we can go do these investments together. It's no fun if I'm playing by myself. So I want y'all to get to this money so that we can go build this wealth together and you guys can operate in your state of genius. I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.